When Mario Galaxy released on the Wii in 2007, it really revolutionized the industry. From the custom planet gravity physics to scrolling textures, it really changed the way people thought about making games. It also impacted a lot of our lives too. Today, we're going to do this game some justice and bring it to modern standards so it can feel like 2007 all over again. This is Super Mario Galaxy on PC. So this is what you would be looking at in 2007. The visuals aren't bad, but if you're viewing this on a big modern screen, it's very noticeable the game is from a different era. Now we're gonna make some big upgrades. 1080p internal upscaling, anti-aliasing, and of course, HD custom textures. This texture pack was made by CDAMJC and Razius. I am absolutely blown away at what some settings and textures can do to breathe life into a game. Let's embark on a journey across the galaxy, exploring the enhancements that these settings can bring to the table. Wow, this title screen is so HD. I don't think I've ever seen it this HD before. Even like the small things, like look at how the stars in the galaxy look in the background. Like it's so much more high resolution than the original. I don't even think it's comparable. God, that looks so cool. Look at the water. The water is probably a huge upgrade. Okay, so this cutscene kind of gives you an idea of what it did look like on the Wii immediately. I thought Mario Galaxy cutscenes were in-engine. I guess not. It still has aged very well. Like, this still looks pretty decent. Bro, this cutscene went so hard on the CRT. Even just look at like the textures on the ground, like massive improvement. I think they even added bump mapping to that. That looks really good. All right, hopefully this stuff's like in-engine. Oh, hell yeah, we can do some comparison shots on this bad boy. Look at how more HD it is. Oh my gosh, look at this water. It's beautiful. Oh, I had hit it in the pipe. Bro just exposed his little bro for no reason. Little tattletale, bro. These graphics look like the game could have come out on the Switch, or, well, actually the Switch would kind of be an insult, to be completely honest with you, but it looks good, right? You know what I mean? Like, it looks modern. The only thing in this shot here that looks like it might have not been from this era, the little squares look that are part of like the castle structure, that looks a little dated just because it's just a perfect square and the textures don't perfectly accentuate the shape. Look at how HD this mushroom is. Look at the eyeballs. Oh my goodness. It's night and day, bro. I didn't think the difference would be that big, but oh my gosh, it is so different. That's actually incredible. It's just so crazy. Even the subtle things, like anti-aliasing goes so far here. Look at like how smooth like the curvature is on this jar shape and like my hat. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I can't get over it. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Big Goomba. Speaking of big things, this is Big Yoshi. Now, I love Big Yoshi, and I know you love Big Yoshi, but why do we like Big Yoshi? It's because he's big. I mean, he's got a nice little like chunkiness going on, you know? And that brings up an important question. Does size matter? Yes, it does. And this applies when choosing a law firm. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan has over 4,000 support staff ready to take your call 24/7, over 800 attorneys across 49 states, and has recovered more than $13 billion for hundreds of thousands of clients. And you want to know the coolest part about all of it? You pay nothing up front for their services. The fee is free unless they win. So, the next time you fall off the Astral Observatory and need a little bit of legal help, have a little bit of confidence because Morgan & Morgan has got your back. Thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's video. Visit forthepeople.com/Linklight2 if you'd like a free consultation. It will be in the description as well. Or dial #LAW, that's #529 from your cell. Alright, back to Mario Galaxy. Look at how HD and sharp it looks. Hey, look at me, man. Oh, hell yeah, you look gorgeous, bro. 480p Goomba go kind of hard, though. It looks pretty good in standard, actually. It doesn't look bad at all. The reflective properties and like just the way the graphics were when this game came out, like they used a lot of really advanced techniques. Like just look at this. This looks amazing. You can see my reflection, even though it's not quite a reflection. So is this thing technically transparent because my reflection is on the opposite side of the star? Yeah, like what is that? Is it like a camera projection? That's interesting. Here, I want to try something a little fun. Look at this coin and how it looks really close to the camera. This is 480p. Now, we can't put the custom textures on right now, but what I can do is I can literally upscale it right now just to kind of get an idea of what it would look like. Oh my gosh, that's night and day. So even internal upscaling can quickly sharpen things up minus the UI elements just from one simple click. What I'm literally doing is I'm just clicking the internal resolution upscaling. So this is native, what it looked like on the Wii, and then let's go to modern day, just like that. What happens if I go to 5K? Is my computer gonna explode? Oh yeah, I remember when this game came out, I was actually like so disappointed that you can only get hit 3 times in this game before dying. Versus like if you played Mario Sunshine, you could get hit like 8 times before you die. However, to be fair, it really is just a totally different game. It's just designed differently. You can get hit a lot more often in Mario Sunshine. It's crazy how far a texture pack can go. Look how sharp the observatory is here. Holy cow, that is such a striking difference. Am I the only one who kind of missed the observatory a bit in Mario Galaxy 2? Like, I like the Mario Planet ship thing, but I feel like this kind of had a little more character personally. Ooh, HD Mario. Damn, look at him. Oh my gosh, look at the reflections in the glass. Holy, that looks so cool. Wait, look, it's Ghost Mario. Where's my pupils? Wait, that's kind of creepy. Let's just look at this UI difference too. This is actually insane. And like the UI kind of moves a little bit. Did it do that in the original? It kind of like floats. This HD texture pack has so much charm. All right, we're starting our journey with Good Egg Galaxy, a classic. So iconic. Every time I look at that, it just goes, I just think, wow. Mario with the A read. Something I thought was so cool when I was a kid. This might be a really niche thing. I'm curious if anybody else felt this way. But whenever you could recreate the box art in the game, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So like when Mario would fly around from those like boost stars and like soar in the galaxy, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks just like the cover art. I don't know, just like when you're a kid, normal stuff like that just wows you, and I thought that was so cool. Especially because in Mario Sunshine, you can't really replicate the box art in that game, because it's more of a graphic, but in Galaxy it really felt like you actually could. Just look at how HD these boulders look, like the textures and like that red crystal, it's just so sharp and refined. Oh my gosh, look at this sand! Dude, it looks incredible! I'm actually really impressed with this sand. We're landing on the egg there. Get a comparison shot on that. Even look at the texture of this thing's nests. Like, look at that. It's like photorealistic almost. These animations are so nice. Nintendo was really ahead of the game in the animation department. These are clean. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the clouds of the dust clouds. They were so sharp. Dude, I can't get over how amazing this looks. You can still even see clearly the little like crystal boulders down there. Like it just looks so sharp still. Another great comparison shot right there. People kind of forget how much additional content this game had. You could beat the whole game twice, because then you unlocked Luigi. We couldn't do this video without Honey Hive Galaxy. B Mario must be featured in this video. It's a necessity. Excellent comparison shot here. I love these panning shots of the levels. It also kind of hints at what you're supposed to do, which is always nice. Especially for me when I was 10 years old and didn't actually know what to do at any time. These plants, they're so photorealistic. My goodness. Let's try to get a nice close-up of this bee. Can I, like, go into camera mode? What the heck? Did you see my creepy eyes? Yeah, let's just get a nice look at this bee in HD. I love the way water looks in this game. It's just, they did such a good job with those scrolling textures. There it is. The bee power-up. And look at the way it reflects. Alright, it visibly looks way more sharper, like 1000%. Love this glass effect. Bee Mario. Ooh, look at this grass texture. This is nice. And even this wood in the background. I don't know if this texture pack was done using AI upscaling or if it was actually manually recreated, Part of me wants to say it was manually recreated because some of these textures, there's just no way they were able to extract that much detail from them. But you'd be surprised. Oh my gosh, this shot is awesome! Holy cow, I can't wait to get to the Mother Bee. Oh my gosh, the Queen. She's beautiful. Look at all the detail. Wow. And I always thought the fuzzy effect they did was so interesting. I don't think, you know, the Wii was powerful enough to be able to render like individual hairs on the Queen. So they had to get really creative with how they simulated the effect of like her being fuzzy. And I don't know what that's called. If anyone in the comments knows, let me know. But yeah, it's like a kind of like a shading effect, I'm pretty sure. They got so creative with this game. Like, who thought of this? Like, who sat down at Nintendo HQ and said, what if Mario just climbs a big old bee? And they were like, oh, that's genius, dude. Ah, a bee. It's crazy to think that this character spawned a whole Nintendo game just from him. That's actually kind of cool. Spinning Toad. I just kind of wanted to get this shot in here of just like all the cool things that are on screen. All the Lumas, the background, like all the scenery. And it's just like, dude, this looks amazing. With the original 480p look of the Wii, everything is just, like, you can even see the grading of, like, the metal in the background next to Luigi, and even Luigi looks pretty well defined. Alright, now in the kitchen, we're heading to Beach Bowl Galaxy, a classic. But yeah, just look at the difference between this and the standard. Incredible. One thing that's pretty cool is that this game actually natively runs in 60 FPS, so I didn't need to do any special shenanigans to get this game to run in 60. This game just was optimized heavily when it originally released. I always loved the brighter looking galaxies, like it looks so good. Look at how HD this coconut is. It's so HD. Actually, it's really not. It's actually not that HD. I don't think this texture was actually updated. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think this tree was updated either. Interesting. Maybe some textures just got left out. Look at him. He's just chilling out. With that black hole in the background, everything, yeah, just looks a lot sharper. I think this is all internal upscaling, though, because even the skybox doesn't look too upscaled on this galaxy. Maybe this galaxy was left untouched. Next up, we're going to Ghostly Galaxy. I hope this one got some nice textures, as I think the vibe of this level is pretty unique. Oh, this looks amazing. Were those clouds always ghosts? I never noticed that when I was a kid. Those are kind of spooky looking, jeez. Even if the HD textures didn't do a whole lot here, you can definitely tell with just the internal upscaling. Like, look at these trees in the distances. You can clearly see all the lines that make them up. And even that bone, behind the bone, that brick texture, there's no way you could make out any detail in the original resolution. So this is quite nice. Look at these guys. They look so cool. Just like looking at like the sky in the background. Oh, it's so clean. They did a good job with the skybox. Yeah, that carpet is definitely not upscale. That's an original texture there. In the spirit of Spooky Mario, I also got a cool cheat code to show you guys. If I press plus... I'm a skeleton now. Kind of fits the theme of the level, huh? Now this is something you can't do on original hardware. I mean, I guess you could with some special cheating devices or homebrewing your Wii, but just another cool thing you can do with emulation. Was this texture updated? No, I don't think this texture was updated either. You can still see the benefits of internal upscaling, but absolutely not part of the HD texture pack. So with that, I feel like we already kind of viewed a lot of the cool textures they updated, so let's make our way to another galaxy. Another change I wanted to show off was the flying power-up. With the power of using some cheat codes, we're actually able to change the way this star works. So now, when I fly, the controls are going to be so much more sharp. Like, look at the way I swerve like this. There's no way you could do this in the original game. Like, it is hella refined and much easier to control. And another fun thing I can do is if I hold, down, I'll accelerate way faster. Holy, I can feel that. Bro. Oh, no, this is way too fast. Wait, that was ridiculous. This was always such a cool power-up. I wish this returned in Mario Galaxy 2. We're headed to an insane classic. We're going to Gusty Garden. Everyone knows Gusty Garden in one way or another, whether it's through the music or you just played this game. Definitely one of the fan favorites. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can tell they updated these textures. That bush looked more HD than it needed to be. It might be too HD. Grass texture looks phenomenal. Oh, it's so surreal how beautiful this looks. There he is. Look how HD he looks. He looks really good, actually. Yeah, that is definitely HD textures. Like, that looks insanely HD and real. It might be, like I said, a little too HD, but definitely a dramatic improvement from the originals. This game is just full of so much fun, like, charm and little scenic bits. Love it. Even like the galaxies just look a little sharper because that internal upscaling helps a lot. Alright, we're going to Gold Leaf Galaxy. I thought this one might look pretty nice. Okay, so I'm just realizing this. This is just a remix of the B Galaxy, like, but with different textures. So these leaves, oh, that's like 4K textures right there. That is crazy sharp. What the heck? There's like this weird effect when I walk around in this area. It's the same thing with the grass. Like, the texture is so HD that it begins to have like this weird line, line effect. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so sharp to the point where when I walk and I look at the grass, it begins to all like blend together and make like these weird like curving lines. I think if I had a 4K display, it wouldn't do that because it would actually be able to display the textures in greater detail. But I'm still rocking a 1080p display, so that's as good as it's going to get. Alright, next up is Toy Time. I have a feeling that this might have some really nice textures because it's a pretty unique looking galaxy. Alright, let's just take a look around and really appreciate everything initially. Looks really good. Everything is just so clearly visible, even the very, very, very far back points. Yeah, you can tell this was absolutely given some HD life here. This all looks absolutely phenomenal. Something about Mario just looks insanely HD right now. I don't know, it feels like he has advanced shading on him or something. Can't really figure out exactly what it is. Nintendo has always just been a company that's worked really well with hardware limitations. And the GameCube was supposed to be like this insanely OP console. It didn't really work out for them, so with the Wii they decided to just focus on aesthetic. Look at these hexagon patterns. Oh, that has been absolutely redone. That's really nice. I expected this galaxy to look pretty good, but not this good. Oh, I got jebaited. Look at the shell on this robot, like, dang. Oh my gosh. That needs to be a really good comparison shot. That looked insane. While I'm just sitting here in awe with all of these HD textures, I do think that if you're enjoying the video so far, not only should you like and subscribe because I want to do more content like this, but you should also check out the Mario Sunshine video I did. It was a while ago, but the HD texture pack on that game is absolutely incredible, and there's a 60 FPS mod. Mario Sunshine actually runs in 30 FPS. So seeing it in 60 FPS is quite a treat. I don't think they retouched up the stone textures here. These look... Yeah, that is very much a Wii texture for sure. Slamming in that. We're in the jar. Thanks to modern memes, I can't take jars seriously anymore. Don't bother asking why, just if you know, you know. Oh, this conveyor belt was absolutely retouched. It won't let me go in first person, but you can definitely tell that's been retouched for sure. I have to say, aesthetically, this is probably one of my favorite galaxies. I didn't really, like, think about this one when I first launched the game for the video, but now that I'm here, I'm like, wow. Such a phenomenal job on this one. Alright, I want to see these fireballs in absolute HD glory. Oh, that's beautiful. They did a great job on that as well. This is kind of a weird thing, but I've been thinking about this. Do you guys ever think about, like, how indie games today, they look pretty good, like, when it comes to realism, but, like, they still, like, don't live up to, like, I don't know, the Nintendo charm, like, even, like, a really well-made indie game from today, like, it just doesn't look as good as Mario Galaxy that came out in 2007. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, I don't know, like, there's, like, a trade secret that AAA games, like, have, that keep them like almost timeless. Like they just have like an iconic style to them that just can't be replicated, even with modern incredible tools like Unreal Engine. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's in the 3D modeling. I can't tell for sure. Okay, adding on to that point I just made, I want to say it's probably just in the animation. Like, animation goes so far and is incredibly underrated. Like, people forget how insane animation is. I feel like it's the animation that keeps these games looking so good years later, and why modern games made by indie companies still don't quite live up to that quality. That was a treat. I thoroughly enjoyed that galaxy. That was really fun. Love that. Alright, we are in the garden. This area looks phenomenal. They did a great job with this. Can I look in first person? No, they won't let me. But yeah, just... oh, such a treat. Alright, we're headed to Deep Dark Galaxy next. I figured this might have some cool dark aesthetic that might look really good with the HD texture pack. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at the sky. That's so good. Wow. They did a really good job on this one. Holy cow. I am just blown away at how good this looks. Oh, hell yeah. Invincibility in HD, this is gonna look good. Oh, this is sick. Yeah, this is real nice. No! Wow, I suck. One thing I will say about Mario Galaxy, while I do think in terms of like overall polish and level design and all sorts of things like that, it is superior to Mario Sunshine. The movement was definitely a downgrade. Mario Sunshine's movement just was so polished and sharp. I don't know how to describe it, but if you play both games back to back and you actually get good at both the game's movements, you'll know, like, there's just a sharpness and a refinement that the Mario Sunshine had that Galaxy desperately lacks. Got this insanely HD block, wall looking HD, Toad looking not so HD, but hey bro, you still look good. I'm not roasting, I'm just saying. You could be more HD in my humble opinion. Oh my gosh, this looks awesome. I love the way this looks. Holy cow, look at how crazy that guy looks. I think one of the big things you can notice here is just the wall texture here looks really fantastic. They did a good job of like not making it too photorealistic, but keeping that Mario charm. Oh dang, dripped out in HD, higher resolution textures, not too shabby. Oh, this boss fight's easy. Overall, just like the general like look of everything combined here, it just makes this boss fight feel so much more dynamic and immersive in like the current year. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a little sus. And bada bing, bada boom, bye bye. That was a really nice boss fight. Alright, as soon as I saw the preview for Matter Splatter Galaxy, I knew this had to look incredible, assuming the HD textures are here. So we're gonna find out. This is one of those cases where things look so sharp to the point where they kind of have like that dithering effects, where things like the lines start to look a little rough. But holy cow, this is such a cool experience, especially with the HD like skybox in the background. They did a really good job with this. Like, how do you think of such a cool level design? This was so well done. This is so cool. You can tell they had fun making this level. Such a brilliant idea. Now we finally get to get a close-up of this texture. It feels like a tech demo, like just the way like the aesthetic is of this level. So strange. But yeah, these HD textures look really nice. This is so fun. People can only dream of making something so iconic and... no way! That's unlucky. I think we kind of get the gist of what this Galaxy has to offer since it's all just the same texture, but yeah, this was super cool to see in HD. Here's kind of like the overall look of the entire observatory, and look at how many fine details you gain from everything being internally upscaled in HD textures. Look at like the starboard. Like that's just... like, you can't even tell what that is. Looking back at everything, Nintendo has really shown that you can make a game's visuals timeless if you have a good art direction. They have also shown us that if you make something special enough, passionate fans will return and make sure it stays timeless for generations to come. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out other episodes in this series in the Console Games on PC playlist, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.